Hi team. So hi team. So welcome to the session. So we'll just wait for 2-3 more minutes so that others can join and then we'll start the session.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, Hi, Prashant. Good morning.
Yeah, hi Komal. Good morning.
I think we have everyone here. Yeah. So I'll just take 2 minutes, to walk them through the OneDrive. Is that fine?
Yeah, please.
Just a minute. Let me know when my screen is visible, Prashant. Can we see the screen, Prashant?
Yes, we are able to see.
Just. Okay, so team, you have received a OneDrive link like this. So herein, a few things are uploaded. The course content is here in depth. So we'll be following this course content end to end. Prashant will also be walking you through this one. So we'll do a weekly review of the course content and how we go ahead and what all topics we complete. Yeah, and herein there'll be an assignment tracker as well as the attendance tracker that will be maintained by us. So there'll be day-wise topics that generally Prashant maintains whatever we are doing on the daily basis. I will add Prashant. I will add an attendance tab also here. So if we can take an attendance on a daily basis, yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, I'll have already shared the link. I'll share with you as well. And guys, generally Prashant uploads if anything else is required in the OneDrive itself. And apart from that, you all have the credentials. Yeah, yeah, Prashant, that's all from my end. Yeah. Thank
Okay, yeah, thank you. So let me share my screen and we will go through the so before start of the session, right? I hope you guys have received the instance credentials. So you are able to see this one. So let me know if anyone has not received the instance credentials yet.
you. They all have Prashant. I've emailed them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. So once you everyone log in, right? So this is the OIC instance. So in the I think two of the sessions, right? we already have seen that, okay, what is OIC and like how we can go and log into the one, right? So this is what we will have in the one, right? But like as this is our start, right? So I will just quickly go through again so that, okay, once we log in, right, we will end up to this home page. And here, right, in this first tab, right, here it will go and give us all the numbers about the integration. So whatever the code we will write, right, like the number of integrations and all, right? So it is kind of like one dashboard kind of thing you can consider, right? That, okay, how many messages? So messages are nothing but the number of transactions, right? So 5183 transactions happened. Out of those, right, 2250 are went into the error, right? So this is what we have. Zero failed activation, right? So once you click into the view integration, right, what will happen, right? It will redirect you to the integration page, right? So that is what we have. So what is this integration page, right? So you can also go come. This is the navigation, right? So if I will go back to the home page, right? So once we click right, we went inside this one directly. So where we'll end it up, like we'll end it up here, integration, right? So that is what we have. Then, as I told, right, that in the Oracle integration, right, it is a bundled solution. So in that one, right, OIC is one part, right? Along with the OIC, right, what it is, Visual Builder, right? VBCS will be there. Then if you see, right, this B2B is also there. Then if suppose process, right, PCS is also enabled, right? Then what will happen, right? Here PCS will also come, right? So all those things will come in the this one, right? But like our scope of this training, right, is like OIC, Oracle integration. We will mainly focus on the OIC part. Along with that one, right, what we will do, right? We will see the demo of the VBCS and PCS also, right? But like this is the overall thing, right? So OIC is needed for the data communication between two systems, right? Then this B2B, right? B2B is right what? It is required for the trading document one, right? So when it is a trading document, right? So they will have its own format, right? They will have its own document format and all, right? So for the security purpose and all, right? What will happen, right? All the organizations, when they used to do the trade, right? So they will share the data into some specific format. So what OIC has done, right? OIC has created a B2B for that itself, right? So that is what will be used for the B2B. Then Visual Builder, right? So when you need some UI, right? When you need to develop some front end, right? So that time, right? Visual Builder will be required. So now with the front end, right? Can we go and use only in the Oracle? No, right? If you wanted to develop your own website also, right? Or anything, right? You wanted to develop, right? You can go and develop with the help of Visual Builder, right? Then the last option will come, which is a PCS, Process Cloud Service, right? So what it is that one? So Process Cloud Service is like PCS application. So when you need that workflow approvals and all, right? Like suppose you will apply for the leave, right? Then it will go to your manager, right? Then manager will can approve and reject, right? So suppose he has rejected, right? So it will come back to you. Then you will modify, then you will submit again, right? Then it will go back to the manager again, right? Then from the manager, right, once the manager approve, right, then it will go to the HR manager. Then HR manager will approve, right? Then it will be approved, right? So that kind of workflow or approval process if we need, right? So that time we will need the PCS, process application, right? So this is that, like the Oracle OIC or Oracle integration is divided into the different pillars, right? Then as I told, right, like in the OIC Oracle, right, what will happen, right? This browser store. So we used to call this as a recipe also, or like you can call this as a OIC store. So what it will happen into this one, right? So in this one, right, some predefined applications will be there. So whenever you create any application, suppose after the training, right, and once you do the practice and all, right, suppose you got some uh, you got some project, right? So in that project, right, before start of the integration, right, what you have to do, right? You have to come here and you have to explore that one, this one. Why? Right? Because what will happen, right? Here some predefined integrations are there. So if you come here, right, what will happen, right? We have 275 integration items, right? So what is this 275 item? So these are nothing but the integrations. So we have 275 integrations are available in the here, right? So if you see right here, all these integrations, right? There are no, n number of integrations will be there, right? So what will happen, right? You can come here, you can explore that, okay, how that can be used, right? So suppose if you are not using full, right? That's okay, right? Suppose suppose if 10%, 50%, any percentage if our requirement will match, right? So that at least that much amount of time, right, we will save when we do the actual development. Or suppose if you are not matching anything, right, at least we will get the some idea, right, that okay, how the product development team has implemented, right, how they have done. So for example, right, if you see this one, right, if you go to this one, right, so this get, right, so this get is the install button, right, you have to click into this one. So once you do this install, right, what will happen? Then it will come to like this one, right, it will be installed. So for example, right, let me just delete this one. So delete is nothing but the uninstall. So we have done refresh. I think it's not yet deleted. Okay, maybe like we can go and see the other one, right? So employee, right? For example, right, we will take this one, right? So this like it will be earlier like it like this one, right? Get option will be there. Once you click into the get, right, what will happen, right? It will be installed and it will come like this one. So for example, right, if I will click into this one, right, get. So if you see it got started, right? So once this complete, right, what will happen, right? It will go and come into this one. So let us refresh this one. So if you see, right, it's now available. So if you see, right, this was the one, right? So once we click into the get, right, what will happen? The installation will start. And once it is done, right, then what will happen, right? It will come into our application. So now once we install this one, right, how we can go inside this one to see the code? So we can go and click into the configure button, right? So once we click into the configure, right, if you see, right, two things are coming, right? ETP connection and ERP connection, right? So this is the connections. So if you see, right, when I was showing that implementation, right, the PPT, right? So that time, right, we see that uh, development life cycle, right? So first we have to create the connection, then we have to create the integration, right? Then we have to do the map the data, right? Then we have to activate, and then we have to monitor, right? So step one, if you say it, we have to create the connections. Next is like we have to create the lookups. So lookups are nothing but the table, right? To avoid the hard coding and all, right? So if we need that one, right? So once first we can go and configure these one, then we can go and configure the lookup, right? So there's no lookup for this one, right? Then we can go to the library. There's no library. So if you see it, as I'm going to the steps, right? So it is unmaking into the green color, right? It means step one completed, step two completed, three. Then we can go to the integrations. So once integration, right? So if you see it, two integrations we have. One is the schedule and one is the application, right? So for example, once we come into this one, right? Or in any of these one, right? So we'll come inside this one. So this is the code what it has, right? So if you said how the code will be there, so this is the code what we have here, right? We will have the schedule application, we are doing assign, we are running the job, and then fault handler, right? So this is how we can go and see that okay, how the product development has implemented the solution. So suppose if any of these it is matching, right, we can go and use that one. But in case if it is not matching, right, what we can do, right, we can go and utilize that one, right? For our like at least we will get some idea that okay how the product develop like the flow chart at least we'll get, right? So the starting point, right? Otherwise what we have to do, right, we only have to do all the research and everything, right? But here, right, that amount of time, right, we will save, right? So that is the place like what we have. So even when I do the implementation, right, even I used to come to this place, right, store. So that okay, because if I will write the code today, right, I will write all the like I will use the best practice and all, right? So is those best practices are mentioned somewhere? No, right? It will come with the work, right? The amount of integrations we create, right? The amount of work we will deliver, right? So based on that only, right, we will get that, okay, yeah, this is the best practice. We have to write the logic in this way, right? But suppose on the day one, right, when I started my career, right? Or when I started OIG, do I know all those best practices? No, right? So how it will come, right? It will come with the work, right? Like the amount of work you will do. So now on the day one, right, how we can get that one, right? So we can get by using going to these integrations, right? By going to these integrations that okay, my requirement is this one, 10%, right? Or kind of this one, this is the integration, right? So we can go and see that okay, how they have done and what we will do the similar, right? So that is how we can go and start any integration when we need to do. So that is a browse store or the recipe. I'll go back to the home page. And in this one, right, whatever the recent changes will do, right, so those things will do. If you see, right, once we created that one, right, so these two integrations got created, right? So if you see, those integrations name will come, right? So whatever the activities will happen, right, so this will go and show, right? So this is the complete about the home page. Now if you wanted to create the integration, right, see, directly you can create the integration from here also. So once you click into the integration, right, what will happen, right? These window will come. So these are nothing but the integration styles. The same thing, right? You can go and get into this one, right? So this is what we have. Now we will see this one, that navigation, that okay, we have this navigation, right? So first navigation, right, is the home page, right? What we have. Next is the project. So this project thing, right, is this came into this generation 3, right? So this was not there into the generation 2, but this feature, right, came into the generation 3, right? So now, like what is this project and why it came into the generation 3, right? So before to that one, right, I will go to this design, right? So design part is the one where we will write our all the OIC codes and everything, right? So if you see, right, design is nothing but if I will click, right, see integration, connection, event, like, so each and everything, right, it will come now here, right? So this is a place, right, where we can go and create the integrations. Now what will happen, right, in the generation 2, right, as I told, right, only we used to have the design only. And once we go into the design, right, we used to create the integrations and all. So if I will come to the integration page, right? So if you see right here, like we have different integrations are there, right? If you see it, there are a number of integrations are available, right? But what is happening here, right? These integrations now we used to call as a generic, right? Because anyone can come, anyone can go and see this one, right? So when we do the real project implementation, right? So that time, right, what will happen, right? Like, like suppose in the company, right, there is one project, right? In that one, right, 10 developers will work, right? So what will happen, right? 10 developers will use a 10 different account, right? Everyone will use their own credentials and all, right? So in the training, right, we are using everyone is using the common credential, right? That's the one thing, right? But in a real project, right, what will happen? Everyone will use the same different credentials, right? So what will happen in that one, right? These all integrations will be visible to everyone, right? But there's no way we can restrict that, okay? Only these people should be able to see, work into this one, right? Because when in the real project, right, only OIC, only one instance will be there, right? So suppose if you have the multiple teams, right? For example, you have the HCM team, ERP team, then you have the supply chain management team, right? So you have different teams, right? They will create different integrations, right? So for example, right, by combining all, right, you have like around 200 integrations, right? And around 50 developers are working on, right? So anyone can go and touch anyone's code and all, right? So for that reason, right, what will happen, right? In the generation 3, right, this project concept came, right? So what this project will be there, right? So whatever you have here, right, all those things will be there into this project also. But in this one, right, what will happen, right? You can go and control the things better, right? So if you see, right, the integration which we created, right? So that came into this one, Oracle HCM deployment delegation, right? So once we go into this one, right? So if you see, right, inside this also, right, it is the same thing. If you see integration, connections, lookup, library, events, right? So all the things are same only here also. But what is the difference, right? Here we can go and control who can go and see this project, can go and access, right? So that we can go and do by with the help of this share option. So in the share, right, what will happen, right? We can give the permission. Like we can say who can go and monitor, who can go and view, who can go and edit, right? So all those things and who are all the owners, right? So suppose if you wanted to create, right, here if you see, as of now, right, owner is like OIC batch, right? In this one, right, if you see, right, if I will write pass, right, so if you see, right, these are the users, right, different users. Now you can mention that, okay, pass trainer 12, right, can go and edit, right? Monitor, right, you can again tell who can go and monitor, right? So you can say pass trainer 11 can go and monitor, right? So like that one, right, we can go and do, right? So this is what, for this reason, right, we have this project. So we'll see this project also in detail, that okay, how we can go and create and what all things are available into this one, right? But this is the main feature because of this, right, this project came, right? So as a developer, right, you can go and write the integration within the design phase also, here also, or within the projects also. Now how we will decide where we need to write, so that decision, right, will be done by the your tech lead or the architecture, right? So if they wanted to differentiate all the projects and all, right, you can go and create the projects and all. If you need that, okay, in the generic place, right, so you can go and do. But as a OIC developer, right, whether we will write the code here or we will write within the project, right, everything is going to be same. There's no different changes and all, right? So these two things, right, project and design, right, both are there for the OIC only, right? Now the next is a B2B, right? So as I told, right, B2B is there at business to business, right? So this is there for the trading documents, right? So this B2B is there, right? Then this healthcare, right? So this also came into this generation 3 also. Then we have the visual builder, right? So visual builder, once you click, right? So if you say these things, right, are opening here only. But if you click into the visual builder, right, what will happen, right? This URL will change. So in the UI, right, it looks like a bundled solution, but internally, right, it will create a separate instances, right? So now suppose if, as I told, right, that all these things will come as a bundled solution, right? So like I explained that, okay, OIC will be required for B2B, like those data communications and all, right? And VBCS you can consider that, okay, visual builder, you can consider it will be required for the document website or front end, right? What will happen if some client will need only VBCS, right? Can we give them that, or do we need to create that OIC instance? No. With in that case, right, we can create this standalone VBCS instance. So whether we create a bundle solution or we can create a standalone, right? What will happen, right? Behind the scene, separate instances will be created, right? So if you see, right, once I will click into this one, right, try to observe this URL, right? If you see, this URL got changed. OIC VBCS Cloud Sign, right? So if you see, right, the URL got changed. And here, right, what will happen, right? All the applications, right, which you will develop, right? So those will come here, right? But what is happening, right? So it is going to change. It is changing, right? So if you see, right, it is changing. Now, if you wanted to come back, right, what you do, right? You can click into this one, previous. So once you click into this one, right, it will redirect to the OIC instance, right? So both the instance, right? So it looks like now a bundle solution, but behind the scene, right, separate instances are creating for each of this, right? So this is the navigation what we have in this one, right? Again, this is also important for the OIC perspective. So if you see, right, when we are discussing that deployment lifecycle, right, we have activity, right? Then we will do the run, right? So this is the place where we can go and do observability, right? So from here, right, what we will do, right, we will go and monitor the integration, right? So if you see, right, once you click into this one, right, so this is a dashboard and all. So observability is nothing but like monitor page, right? So from here, right, we can go and see all those things. So if you come to the dashboard, right, see here, right, it will show that complete information, right? That okay, what is the error rate, right? So if you see in the last 24 hours, right, 37% of the integrations, right, are going into the error, right? So it is mentioned automatically that okay, it is in the critical state, right? It means like our integrations are not working fine, right? Then you can go and see there here, right, that okay, at what time, right, which integrations are failing and all, right? So if you see, right, at this one, right, these are the integrations which are failing. And at 2 p.m., right, these are integrations failing. 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., right? So you can go and see that okay, which are all the integrations which are failing and what is happening, right? Then it will go and show the information, right? active integrations. So now in one instance, right, how many integrations you can create, right? You can create any number of integrations. There is no limit for that one. But out of those, right, you can activate only 800. If you see 335 of 800 allowed. So it means like in one integration, right, only 800 integration only can be in the run mode, right? So active in the sense, right? Those are ready for the run, right? So only 800 only you can go and activate. So sometime, right, at like once this number will be reached, right, what will happen, right? When you try to activate, right, you will get some error that you cannot go and activate more. So that time, right, like if any such error will come, right, you just can come just to this dashboard and see whether this number is achieved or not. If this number is achieved, right, then what will happen, right? You cannot go and add more into this one, right? So that is what we are at, like only 800 integrations we can go and allow. Then you can say connections, right? So whatever we have created connection, right? So any of the connections are in the error, right? So that information it will go and show. Then if you see, right, agents, right? So as I told, right, agents, right? When the communication, right, we have to establish with the legacy system, right? Which are not there on the internet, right? We will use. So if you see, right, all the agents are down, right? So if you see unavailable agents, 100%, right? That means there is no active communication. Then here you can see the design and time. So there's no error. Then this graph only, right? It will go and show again that okay, 23 errors, 35 success, 3 aborted, 1 incomplete, and 62 instances. So it means like last 24 hours, right? Whatever happened, right? So those things number it is showing here. You can go and change your window that okay, past week you need. So you can see in the past week, right? What will happen. So now the graph will come by day wise. So if you see, right, 46% of the integrations are going into the error, right? So it means like 138 are in the success and 145 are in the error. Total 311 instance. So all those information, right, you can go and see. Email services, right? How many emails you have used, right? So each and everything, right, it will go and explain into this one. So this is a dashboard, right? Like we will get the numbers and all. But when we wanted to see the actual integration, right? That okay, what is happening into the integrations and all, right? So that thing we can go and see from here. So we can go to the integration. So here if you see, right, here it will go and show you the complete list, right? That okay, which integrations are working and all, right? So if you see, right, here, so how many integrations we have, right? We have 335, right? So if you see, right, all the integrations that will go and show, right? So it is showing last 1 hour, right? So last 1 hour, right, there is no integration which ran, right? If you see, right, this got stopped, right? So you can go and see this complete information. You can go and change the window. So if you wanted to see more some data, right? Instead of last, right, you can say maybe last 8 days. So if you see, right, once you put, right, so if you said this integration, right, so this integration ran 112 times, right? So all 120 times, right, it got processed, right? And there is no error. If you see, right, this integration, ERP ATP sync, right? So this ran 142 times, right? And out of it got processed always, but it is in the error, right? So if you see success is 0, 142 times, right? It is in the error, right? Mm. So receive is the one, like it will start, right? It will go and show you the number of times it is starting. Then process, it will show that okay, how many times the it got started and started executing, right? So that number it will show. Then if it is completed without any error, right, it will go and show the success. If it got into error, right, it will go and show into the error. And suppose in between only, right, if you have stopped, right, so what will happen, right, it will go into the aborted, right? So if you say it has processed 33 times, success is 24 times, but aborted 9 times, right? It means like in between, right, it got stopped due to some reason, right? So that is the number it will go and show here, right? So what I will do, right, I will go into this one. So for example, right, we can go into this one, right? One, right? Like we'll see how the success message will look. Or for example, right, if you click into this number, right, what will happen, right? All the if you click into this one, right? Yeah, maybe we can click use this example, right? So if you say 5 integrations, right? So once we click into this number, right, what will happen, right? It will go and show the all the instances. If you say two are in the array and three are in the aborted, right? If I will come back to the integration again, now suppose if you click into this error one, right? So what will happen, right? Now only two will come, only the errored one will come, right? And if you see right here, where the redirection is moving, right? So the redirection is moving to this place, error, right? When we click into this 5, right? So what is happening, right? It is coming to these instances. And if you say filter got attached here, right? So if you want, right, you can also directly come to this page directly and you can go and remove your filters. So when you come directly, right, what will happen, right? This is how the page will come. So it will come like this one. You can go and you can go and see the here, right? But what will happen, right? If you come from this one, right? So the filters, right? If you see it, we can also go and apply the filters, right? That okay, which integration we wanted to run and all, right? So if we redirect from any of these pages, right? So those filters will come. If you see right, if you wanted to see only aborted, right? So this will go to the instances with the status aborted. If you see status is aborted and integration, right? So it means like if we wanted to come, right, we can come to this page directly. So instances, right, what will happen? It will go and show it. It will show you all the integrations, right? So whatever it is running, right? So that whole information, right? It will go and show you that one. That okay, these are the integrations which got run and what is the status. Because like suppose if you are running, right? Suppose we have one integration right, which will run every hour, right? And if that is in the error or all right, so we need to monitor right that one. So like maybe in the morning 7, right? This was a run. Morning 6, this was a run. Morning 5, this was a run, right? So whichever in the error, right? We can go and see that okay how it will be, right? So this is the information it will go and show, right? So from this one, right? You can go and see the integration wise, right? So if you see integration, so you can see the integration wise, like okay, what is the complete dashboard, right? What is the complete information, right? Now suppose if you see this one, right? So in this one, right, it got aborted, and in this one, right, these are the error, right? So we wanted to see, right, like how the error one look like, right? So if you come here, right, so these are the into the error, right? So if you say it here, resubmit. So if you say it earlier, we don't have this option resubmit, but now we have this option of the resubmit also. So it means like suppose it was in the error, right? If you wanted to retry again, right, you can go and click into this one. If you wanted to see right what was the happen, right, so you can click into the view details, and here right, it will go and show you the complete information that okay what happened, right, when you implemented, right, or when it was running, right, what is happening. So if you say it will show the complete information, right, that okay, so wherever it will show the tick mark in the green, right, it means those steps got completed successfully. So if you say these steps got completed, right, and where we got error, so when in this one, right, we got error, right, when for each is happening, right, loop, right. So you can go and see that loop in the iteration. So in the loop also, right, if you see when you are writing that file, right, so that time, right, you got into error, right. So it means like write file we are not able to invoke, right. So we can go and see that okay where, right, the error is there. Now you can click into this one, view payload. So you can go and see that complete error, right? That okay what it is error. So exception. So here the system generated message will be there. That okay because of what, right? So if you say because of the formatting, right, we got that issue, right? So this is a summary. In the detail, right, you can go and see the complete error. That okay what error is happen, right? So this is the like view details. Suppose if you wanted to see this in the diagrammatically way also, right? So you can go and click into the instance ID. So what is this instance ID first of all? So instance ID, right, is like you can consider as the run ID, because every time, right, when it run, right, so it will generate the one primary key kind of thing, right? So that okay whatever the integration it will run, right, each will have its unique number, right? So that will be the instance ID. So once you click into this one, right, what will happen, right, your integration will open but now that will open into the diagrammatically way. So I will just minimize. So these options, right, we can go and use for the minimize and maximize. So if you see, right, I will do the minimize. So from here, right, you can go and see that, okay, what all the steps are working. So if you see it, whichever are in the green color, right, so it means those are completed successfully. If you see it, these got completed. In this one, right, if you see it, here we got into error. So once it is in the error, right, so after that one, right, whatever the action we have written, right, so that will not go and execute, right? Why? Because that is in the error, right? Because we got error here, right? So once we got error, right, the next action, right, it will not go and process, right? So this is how we can go and see that, okay, what is happening, right? So when we do the integration, right, so that time also I will explain in detail that, okay, what all. Now if you wanted to see, right, the actual code, right, you can go and click into this link. So when you click into this link, right, what will happen, right? You will go and see that actual integration. That okay, what was happening. You can go come back, and once you click into this first tab, right? So in that also, right, the diagram with the flow will come, right? So this is a place, right, where we can go and monitor, right? So this is the integration. With the integration, right, these two things, right, are related, right? So all the errored one only in this one, right, only the errored one will come. So suppose if I will go and remove all the status, right? So these are right. So in this one, right, what will happen, right? Only the errored one integrations it will come, right? So now suppose these got into the error, right? So if you said earlier, right, we are not having these two options, abort and resubmit. So suppose one is like one by one we can go and do, right? As I was telling, right? We one by one we can abort, one by one, right? We can go and resubmit. But suppose if the 10 integrations are there, right? So for example, right, because of the connection, right, those are into the error, right? That okay, credentials got changed. Now we have updated the credentials. Now we need to retry those things, right? So how we can go and retry, right? So one is like we can say one by one, right? Otherwise, right, what we can do, right? We can go and use the this option, right? We can select all or we can select multiple one by one, right? So we can say suppose these things, right? These three we wanted to resubmit it, then we can go and click into resubmit. Or suppose these three we wanted to abort, so we can say abort, right? So like how this we can do the bulk operations also, right? So error by integration, error by, right? So if you say we can go and do the filter also. So that okay, the error is because of what, right? So error by connection, right? It means because of the some, so which integration, right? If you see because of this connection, right? One integration is in the error, right? Then if you see error recovery job, right? So there is no recovery job, error by integration. So here it will go and show that okay, in which integration, right, how many errors are coming. So if you see in this one, right, 142 error. In this one, right, two errors, right? So if you see, right, all this 145, if you wanted to resubmit it, so you can go and resubmit in one go, right? So like this one, right, we can go and do easily in this one, right? So these two things, right, are related with the integration. Now next is the subscription. Right? So what is the subscription, right? So subscription is nothing but like as I told, right, like we will have the third type of integration, right? Publisher and subscriber, right? Or the events one, right? So in this one, right, whatever the subscribers we have, right? So that information it will go and show here. So 50 subscriber, right, we can go and create. So these are all the subscriber events what we have, right? So that is what we have into this one, right? So for this is there for the third type of the integration style. Then here we can go and see the agents. So if you say in the dashboard, right, we saw 100% agents are available, right? So here it will go and show that okay, 5 agents and what is the status into that one, right? So if you said this got connected with these two systems, right? But at this point of time, right, it is not available, right? So you can go and see that connection status, right? Whether those are in the active status or not, right? So from this one, right, we can go and do, right? Then instance we already have seen, error we already have seen. Then the next is the future run, right? So future run, right? So this will go and show the chart about the scheduled integrations, right? So scheduled integrations in the sense, right, which is automatically will run, right? So for them, right, it will go and show you the number. So you can go and select that one. Maybe we can say it's not loading. So for today, maybe there's nothing scheduled. Yeah, the once schedule will be there, right? What will happen, right? Here in the graph, right, it will go and show that okay when it will come and all. So it looks like it is showing, but I know if you see it, it will show that okay this integration will run 4 times. This integration will run 14 times. 14 times. So it is showing something, but like it's not showing in the. It's very light. I don't know why. Maybe some issue with the instance. So in this one, right, what will happen, right? It will show that okay, which integration will run when, right? So it will go and show the corresponding count after this one. Then this is there for the B2B, business to business, right? So for the OIC, right, only these many are the things which will be required for the monitoring purpose. So any questions if anyone has till now?
So Prashant, even to get to this far, right? To get the integration,
Right?
so what we need to get offerings wise, we need to have what kind of privileges we need to have from Oracle to go to this Oracle integration, you know?
Okay. So for this one, right, like suppose if you wanted to do, right, so what will happen, right? We will have the Oracle Cloud account, right? So in the Oracle account, right, what will happen, right? Either the project manager or the admin, whoever will be, right? So they will create one instance. So like this one, right? So one is like we
Mhm,
need one instance for that one, right? So if you
mhm,
said here we got the URL and we got that account, right? So what all things we need, right? When we create it, one is like we need the OIC instance created. Now, can anyone go and access this one? No. So then the next is like your account should be created, right? Into the Oracle Cloud account, right? And then you should have the roles assigned, right? So, like in this integration, right? There will be like around 6 roles we will have: developer, then monitor, and all, right? So out of those, right, roles will be assigned. So once those roles will be assigned to your user, right, then only you can go and access this one. So if you said for this one, right, what we are doing, right, we are logging with this user, right, CloudShine OIC student, right? So what is happening, right, with this one, right, one account got created into the cloud, and then that account, right, this user, right, this user is added as a role or added as a member to this integration, to this instance, right? So then what will happen, right? This can go and access. Suppose in our uh, cloud, right, 100 users are there. Will all 100 users will able to access this one? No. Then who will? Only the role, only the users where it got assigned, right? So that those only can go and access, right? So that is another thing we need. So if anyone of you have the Oracle Cloud account, right? Or maybe like if you have the credit card, right? And you have not created the Oracle Cloud account yet, right? So what we do, right? We can create the one Oracle Cloud account, and in that one, right, I can go you show you the those steps also. That okay, how you can create the OIC instance, and then how you can go and add the rules and all. So if
okay.
anyone is not created yet, right, just let me know. I can go and show you the steps that okay how we can go and do. Any other questions if we have?
So when you say resubmit, will it start from the step where it failed, or the entire integration will run?
Yeah, entire integration it will run.
Okay. There is no way we can invoke the failed part and continue.
I think this option, right? Even I also have to explore the complete because this was not there till last month. So this option got recently. So we can go and try out in case. So this was into the error state. This was like 938 and all. Let me resubmit this one. So tracing, we can say debug, resubmit, recovery job. Yeah, so if you see it, it got started again, right? If you see March 17, then this time is that only 9:35. Yeah, so I think it, as you told, right?
Yeah.
It will go and start after that only. So if you say it will have that old thing also, but on top of that one, right? If you say previously we are stopping here only 9:38. Then if you see it, instance resubmitted, tracing, then it is going back again, data mapping, and it is. Yeah, so it
Okay.
will
So
not do.
basically, the failed part will be retried and it will
Yeah,
further continue.
correct. So wherever the information will be there, right? So in this one, I think the read got completed, right? Read file. This time read file also got failed. Yeah. Let us click into this one. One of submission. This is second submission. I think it will start again only. I will check again and let you know, but it looks like it will contain the whole information. So if you see previously we got stopped here, it got restarted again. And if you see it, message completed, invoke read. In this one also, right? Invoke read here. So it looks like wherever the mapping and all, right? So those steps it will not process again. If you see it, message started processing entered, right? So those steps it is skipping. No, I think it is doing that also. Yeah, so I think it will in resubmit it will start again only. But I will check again and let you know that exact thing, right? How this whole pre-processing is happening.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Any other questions if we have?
So what is that B2B tracking?
B2B tracking is there for this one. So suppose if you create B2B integrations, right? The trading documents, right? So for that purpose, right? If you wanted to track it down, so you can go and track it down from here. Like these are all there for the OIC, right? But for B2B, right? If you need to do the tracking or monitoring, right? So for that one, right? You can go and do here. So what will happen, right? Like how we are getting in this integration, right? So like that one, right? In the B2B also, right? The numbers and everything will come and you can go and see the status that okay, what it is in the status and all.
Okay, so we have a specific compartment for B2B error
Right,
services.
right. Because normal integration will work in a different way and B2B will work into a different way.
Can you please show any example you have right now?
Example for what?
Like any B2B integration, like can you please run, you can see those
I
status.
think I don't think we have any B2B here. There's no document and nothing. First, we need to create those integration profiles and all. Then only we can go and do. So I think as of now, there's nothing because this B2B is not part of the instance. So I think no one has created anything yet here. Any other questions if you have? So it's the same thing, right? Once you create here, right? And once you run, right? So like how our integrations are there, right? So same thing, right? It will come here. You can go and start running. And once you run, right? Then the status and everything will come into this one.
Yeah, got it. Yes.
Yeah. Any other questions if you have? Okay, so if no question, then I think we can go and wrap up the session today here only. As we have seen the walkthrough and all, tomorrow, right, what we'll do, right, we'll go and see the OIC. So we'll see all these OIC components and we'll see that OIC, in OIC, right, what all things are there. So each and everything, right, because these are the building blocks of the OIC integration. So tomorrow, right, we'll go and start going in depth into this one and we'll see in detail that, okay, what all things are there, right? Okay. So if no question, then I think we can go and wrap up the session today here only. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Prashant.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.